Hello everybody! Welcome to our channel Viva Marina! Today we would like to invite you to walk around together with us through one of the most beautiful cities in Spain, Valencia. Valencia is the third largest city in Spain after Madrid and Barcelona. Of course, it is impossible to show all the beauties of Valencia in just 20 minutes, but we hope we can convey the magic of the city. And so, our journey begins from the Aragon Bridge. By the way, there is a parking not far from here, and if you're going to visit Valencia, this information will be very useful to you, since it is sometimes very difficult to park in the city center. This bridge connects the new part of the city to the old one, and it is located above the park in which the so-called City of Arts and Sciences is located. And here you can see the so-called Sea Bridge, made in Oriental style, one of the oldest bridges in Valencia. This park is a true paradise of Valencia, with exotic flowers and trees, an abundance of greenery and even water. As you might guess, this is one of the favorite places to relax for both local people and visitors to Valencia. We continue to stroll the streets of Valencia and enjoy the beautiful and varied architecture of the city. It's amazing how the past and the present meet together and create a remarkable image of the city and a unique atmosphere. As you may have noticed, there are no skyscrapers here, rather everything is saturated with an aristocratic style. And this square is called Plaza del Mar, or Sea Square. It is notable for the fact that it has a graceful arch, which many call the Triumphal, because of its resemblance to the famous Parisian one. In fact, the Valencian arch is called Puerta del Mar, and it means the sea gate. Further on, we move along the Colón Street to the Trial Chamber. Colón in Spanish means Columbus, respectively. The street is named after the great discoverer and navigator Christopher Columbus, who is very revered in Spain. We are walking now along the Colón Street, and our next destination will be Plaza de Toros, that is the Square of the Bulls, where the local bullfights take place. Along the way, we can see El Corte Inglés, the local department store, and you can endlessly go walking around and shopping in it. Valencia is a vibrant city by Spanish standards, as the Spaniards are never in a hurry. Calmness is the most valuable thing for them. But you will see it yourself in our other videos, where we will walk through the small towns of Spain. Finally, we can see the local corrida and Plaza de Toros. This is a large square in the heart of the city, the so-called beating heart of Valencia. The architecture here is certainly unique. You can admire it for hours. Next to the Corrida Amphitheater is situated the Valencia North Station, Estación del Norte. Built in 1917 in the Valencian modernism style, it is the main train station in Valencia. Now we are in the yard of the station, where its beauty can be seen even better. Behind the station, we find various beautiful buildings, including the so-called Jewish house, Casa de Judío. Its architecture style is in the same vein and it has a lot in common with the North Station. This blue house is that Jewish house. We are going back to Plaza de Toros and will be walking toward the City Hall. But it is impossible not to take one more look at the corrida and the train station again. On our way we can see the Institute of Social Insurance, in Spanish La Seguridad Social. Also, we can see the Historical Museum of Valencia, and behind it is situated the City Hall. This is the main entrance of the City Hall. The building is a historical heritage and it was originally built as a school in 1763, but since 1860 it has been the City Hall of Valencia. Just in front of the City Hall there is a very beautiful fountain, and behind it we see various modern buildings. All the space here is called City Hall Square. We keep on walking further on, and now our destination is the Cathedral of Valencia. The square in front of the cathedral, the so-called Plaza de Reina, is under construction right now. By the way, next to the main entrance there is a bell tower called Miguelete. It is made in the Baroque style. Inside the bell tower there is a spiral staircase leading to the terrace. This terrace offers views of the whole of Valencia and the surrounding areas. The chapel of the cathedral is called Santo Cáliz. Inside the chapel is kept the Holy Grail, a purported holy chalice believed by many to be the true Holy Grail. According to the legend, it was from this cup that Jesus Christ drank at the Last Supper. And now we can see the cathedral itself. There is also a famous painting by Goya in the St. Francis Borgia chapel. Cathedral doors. And this is the Holy Grail itself. Behind the cathedral is situated the Basilica of the Mother of God. Once again, the bell tower of Miquelet and the back doors of the cathedral, which are decorated with beautiful statues. And this is the passage of the Emilia Aparicio Olmo. It reminds us of Venice. It connects the Basilica of the Mother of God and the cathedral. There is also the Turia fountain on the Virgin Mary Square. Turia is a river that used to pass through Valencia, but after the flood of 1957, the riverbed was moved. The bronze sculptures were made in 1976 and have an allegorical meaning for the locals because they are associated with their folklore. On our way back, we find ourselves in a small courtyard with a very pleasant fountain, and, of course, there is a cafe nearby. Spaniards love the fountains a lot. The narrow streets are very typical for the old town. And this interesting building in a Baroque style is the Ceramics Museum. Now we can see the church named after Saint Juan de la Cruz, a local saint who lived in the 16th century and belonged to the Carmelite order. We keep on strolling through the streets of Valencia and we observe a more modern look of the city. This is the pedestrian zone, a pleasant and favorite place for local people to sit in a cafe and have a cup of coffee or a glass of beer. We find ourselves in a very beautiful park in the very center of the city. We must say, the Spaniards are very fond of the abundance of greenery and beautifully look after it. The park contains a statue of Jaime I, King of Aragon, the same one who conquered Valencia from the Moors in 1238. You can see the Gothic building which formerly housed the Dominican order, and now it is the Office of Military Affairs of Valencia. We live next to the park and we see El Puente de la Exposición. It means the exhibition bridge. It has a wonderful arch. Opposite the bridge is the Valencia military office. Again, a view from the Puente de la Exposición to the park, where people is walking all day, children is playing, and pensioners are relaxing. The more modern architecture of the city is also visible, but again, everything is stylish and tasteful. In the center of a small square, we see a Christmas tree, which normally must be decorated for Christmas. Here we finish our short walk we have had today through one of the most beautiful cities in Spain, Valencia. Do not hesitate to subscribe to our channel, put your likes and leave your comments, because there is still a lot of interesting things to come. So, see you very soon!